Alright, so I've wanted to do this video for a while now, but just couldn't find the right time to do it. So I had a dream that basically set everything in motion for me. It was a dream where God was really letting me know that He was real, and that distinguishing His voice between my own consciousness. And I went to sleep one night and I was very upset about, my father and how he had passed, and, just feeling like I could have done more, or I could have been a better daughter. And I went to sleep that night, and it was like, God is so good in the way that He just comes and He wants to soothe us and nurture us and comfort us. And so He saw me where I was at, in this feeling of like self-deprecating, self-pity, torment. I mean, I was literally like tearing myself down, allowing the enemy to attack my mind through my past mistakes, which is what often can happen to a lot of us. If the devil can't steal your soul, then he'll torment your life while you're here. And so here I am in torment of all the things that I didn't do when my dad was alive, and knowing that I didn't have any more time to fix that. It's like God wanted me to know. He wanted me to know something so that I would see so clearly. And so that night I went to sleep and I had a dream, and I saw my dad in heaven, and he was young again, and he was full of life and zeal. He was like a young man. His cheeks were full of fatness and youth, and he wasn't like how I saw him here in this life, where the chemo had just completely wasted him away and all he had was bones left. And he was just smiling. He's in this field, and there's wildflowers and trees, and the colors, oh my goodness, like Thomas Kincaid colors. They were so beautiful. This crystal river and all these trees, and the funny thing was that there was all these children all around him. They were like hanging on his legs and climbing on his back, and one was trying to climb up in his arms. And it was like there was an angel that was there, and he was basically trying to tell me that these were children that didn't make it to earth. These were children that the family had lost, that no one had knew, and they knew my dad as family in heaven. And he looked at me and he says, "Don't be sorry for Daddy. Don't be sorry for Daddy. Don't be sad." He's like, "'Cause I'm in heaven now, and I'm happy. I'm so happy, and I'm with my dad," because his dad had passed away from a brain tumor when I think he was just 12. And he's like, "And I'm with my dad and my grandma and my grandpa." And he says, "And grandma's here too." And I remember thinking, grandma? The way he said grandma, I knew he was talking about his mom, and she was still alive. And so I woke up and I was just like, whoa, that was some dream. And that was me just thinking, okay, it was a dream. So I go back to bed because I work late nights and the sun hadn't quite come up yet. And that was my cue to go back to sleep. And so I go back to sleep, and I wake up like usual, and I get up to go turn my coffee pot on, and I went into my purse to check my phone, because I leave my phone in my purse far away from my bedroom, so I can sleep well. You should look into radio frequencies, but just so I don't get disturbed while I'm sleeping. And I go to turn on my phone, and there it was. My mother had been texting me all morning, and she had said that, "I'm so sorry to tell you this, but your grandmother passed away at 7 a.m. this morning, and she's with the Lord." And I was like, what in the world? Like, it all just like came to me, and I was like, "Mom," I called up my mom right away, and I said, "You're never gonna believe this." And she's like, "Oh, did you read the message?" I said, "Yes." And she goes, and I said, "I already knew." And she goes, "What do you mean you knew?" I was like, "Dad told me." And then I told her the whole dream, and she said, "Wow, the Lord let you see that. He let you see that to be prepared for it." I said, "It wasn't just that. He let me see that so that I would never question the sound of His voice again, so that I would always know what His voice sounds like. And His voice is good. It is soothing. He's encouraging, and he loves you and he's waiting to know you. So